𝗵𝗿𝗁 Realtor School. We're excited to have you. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, Roy, 𝗵𝗂𝗋, everybody here online. It's good to have you here. If you can hear me clearly, you can see me. Please type. If you can hear me clearly, type 1 in the comment section. I'd like to know you can hear me. And if you can see me properly, please type 2 in the comment section as we take off today. I'm excited to be doing this again. We're going to be sharing, we're going to continue this series, how to kickstart and grow your real estate marketing business, your real estate business for maximum commissions. So the keyword there is for maximum commissions. So how to kickstart your real estate business for maximum commissions. I'm excited. Beautiful. I think our audio is good. Madam Love, good to see you. I came to Asaba, I didn't see you. Good to see you here. Good morning. Everybody, please let me know in the comment section if you're live. I would like to know where you're joining me from. I was in Asaba last week and I enjoyed myself over the weekend. Asaba, realtors are amazing. Please type Asaba if you're in Asaba in the comment section. Of course, Enugu realtors are more amazing, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to be having a very good time. We're going to be having a great time right here this morning. We had some questions from last time. We're going to try and answer some of them, as well as take a little more questions today. But before we go on, this is the 𝗵𝗿𝗀 Global Learning Center, and we have these sections every Thursday by 10 a.m., both on-site and online. All right. If you've been enjoying it so far, type enjoying. Have you been enjoying this series so far? Amazing. I'd like to know that you've been enjoying it, and it's important that you drop your questions in the comments so that we can answer them. I like to answer specific questions. I enjoyed answering the questions last week. I think it will help us better if we can answer specific questions like how they used to say in my church, meet you at the point of your need. You know, that kind of thing I would like. But before we go on, again, this is 𝗵𝗿𝗀 Global Limited. We're a real estate marketing and development company now. We are REDAN approved. What that means is that we're REDAN certified. We provide real estate solutions, safe and profitable real estate to, you know, clients home and abroad. We also provide a support system to realtors, you know, a learning platform like this, which, by the way, I think is so amazing. This is where you clap, you know. and also a platform, a support system, you know, office space, education, as well as properties, verified properties you can sell. Basically, we also have an 8-week curriculum school called Realtor School, 𝗵𝗿𝗀 where we kind of compressed in a comprehensive manner your learning education from what to do when you start until when you begin to sell. So the idea of the Realtor School is to provide you with real estate education, comprehensive real estate education, as well as a support system, because there's a community, you know, where we always, you know, meet weekends for the 8 weeks. The classes go for 8 weeks. I mean, the videos are recorded, so it's self-paced. However, we want to monitor or follow up on your education. So we give you assignments weekly, as well as a project at the end of the 8 weeks, so that we guarantee that you start selling. We don't want realtors that are just answering realtors with name. We want realtors that are selling. All right, so that's the idea. And with our experience, collective experience of all the facilitators in the school, we collectively are very experienced with it. Not hope that at the end of the 8 weeks you will begin to sell. You can go to realtors.school to key in on the distance right. That said, last week we did our affirmation section. This week I think we should do an affirmation section. I hope it will help us. I did this affirmation in Asaba during the real estate business conference in Asaba over the weekend. I was a speaker, and one of the events, Gloria, my friend, that's media's favorite on Instagram, she did this affirmation and I loved it. So I pleaded with her for it, and then I think we're going to adopt it and start doing it. So if you're ready, say I am ready. All right, so type I am ready in the comment section if you're ready. Who are joining us? I hope you've would like to know where you're joining from. Okay, yes, Madam Law says she's joining from Asaba. Choma is joining from Enugu. Over enjoying. Yes, Choma. All right, so we're going right now into the affirmation. Yeah, of course, we can sit where you are, just be in a quiet place, you know, as we do this. All right. So I'd like you to mean it. Words are powerful, right? And words are seeds, you know. Yeah, the earth was created by words. And God said, let there be, and there was. He said he values his words more than his name, right? What that means is that God is literally showing you the power in words, right? With words, you can create anything. You can create your world with words, right? And that's why it's important that we're mindful of the kind of words we say, both to ourselves and even the thoughts. Your thoughts are words too. They are you telling yourself stuff, right? So it's important that you're very conscious about words, the words you say to yourself. And I think words that are even spoken, that are affirmed, are way more powerful than the ones that are just in your head, right? And God said, I mean, God should have just thought. God should have just thought, and God thought, let there be light. Boom, light will just come. He's as powerful as that. But he showed us the creator's, you know, powers, which is words. All right. So, having said that, we're just going to do this affirmation, and I want you to mean it. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, you can just keep your eyes open. But be here, concentrate, and let's do this. Are we ready? Beautiful. So today, so you're just going to repeat after me. Today I affirm powerful realtor. I've on what I am good at. I am in and I without doubt. There is no wrong decisions. I attract people who help me meet my goals. My business is constantly growing. I am a natural leader. All challenges lead to my growth. I make a lot of money and I help a lot of people. I attract money through love and joy. I enjoy multiple streams of income. Every money I spend, business living in every way, and turn my expertise into income. Grateful for the creates. My business is overflowing with opportunities. I release doubts and insecurities. Every day, I am building a successful business. I'm by passion and purpose. I sell hundreds of properties. I close all pending deals. I invest in my business every day. I know how to delegate responsibility efficiency.
I know how to delegate responsibility for efficiency.
My work makes me feel happier and stronger every day.
My work makes me feel happy every day.
I am capable of running my own business. I am the CEO of the best price in the world. Own the best in the world. Focus. Reality today. I walk into this reality. One more time. I walk into this reality. Appreciate us. Amazing. Let's share it with you, this affirmation, and as often as possible. I think you should move your chair a bit. A bit, yeah, a bit more. Let me move in the affirmation section. Just start. Amazing. So, today, we're don't take time already. A few minutes past 10. Yeah, that's all probably okay. Is this? I'd like to drop your comments in the comments, your questions in the comment section. Yeah. So we're going to go that drop off. That didn't pick up on where we dropped off. Working out your real estate business, and the key point there for me is for maximum. There's doing real estate, there is money from it. It's not everybody that is a real estate agent or a realtor that is making money from it, right? And statistics shown that over 25% of realtors drop out within their first 1 year. Yes, because after doing it for a while, do you get what I ordered was what I got? This is not what they told me, you know? Do you get? They told me job status. My status will come and I'll get a car. Correct, you know? Right. I'm going to start by reminding us about. I'm going to do this again. I think it's good we remind ourselves of that thing. As much as we are putting in the efforts in building our business the right way, it's also important that we understand this circle of everything. Growth is normal. Like, we are human beings, right? And we learned Mr. Ninja D when we're in school. You know, so some people say, oh, you don't use the things you learned in school. I don't agree. I studied maths in school. Of course, I know there are some things I don't use right now, like 𝗵𝗿𝗃. I did 𝗵𝗿𝗃 very well, and I think I was good at it. I'm good at maths. I didn't like to read, but I like maths because you just calculate the thing. Cure ED. Drop your pen. You know, it was so cool. Even though I don't know as well. You know, so as much as we are learning, I like us to understand this of growth. It's important because a lot of people, feel like they're putting a lot of effort, but they're not seeing the requisite in the time. See it. And they also do not understand that you have to become. The becoming is as important as the result. Who you are becoming in trying to achieve that result is as important as the result, if not even important, more important. The process is as important as the result, because the truth is, becoming the person that can achieve that kind of goal. A lot of people mean more money this year. However, to improve better this year than last year. So kabash all year round without trying to put in the work, and important of growth. So how we begin to take your questions. Again, if you are watching, drop your let's all this. Of you already know it, but we're just going to remind ourselves of it. Should we go on? This circle of starts with where that is called uninformed optimism. So we are humans and we grow, right? This is where please, we sweet thing, that you can achieve. Let's use realistic guy. He just won a brand new months of starting my real estate business. I became Realtor of the Year, right? And what people don't tell you is that in it's not the surface things you see. I remember Zita was sharing a story about how guy met her the other weekend we had the breakfast. Yeah, she was a panelist there. And then the guy met her after the event and reminded her in 2021, sometime around March or so, when they met in 𝗵𝗿𝗀 State in a real estate company event. And then at that event, the guy was given a bag of rice as per sales he made, right? And of course, you know how they'll come to the front and not testify. Praise thy Lord. They don't say praise the Lord, but testify. Oh, once I know how to sell, now I'm price. Praise thy Lord, And then in her heart of heart, she admired the guy. Like, chai, when will I reach this point where I start making this type of sales? And of course, throughout that event, everybody was saying, oh, my brother-in-law, saw my post and paid. She was not thinking, people like me that don't have brother-in-law that can pay for land, and sister-in-law that can buy land, what can I do? To do, like someone like me as well, that of course, people that don't have rich uncles or rich aunties or contacts. Like before I began real estate, it was my primary school mate and few people from my community that wanted to learn one or two things from me. So, and I know this upside down like this, 𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗁𝗍. You know? So people like that, how do you now do it, right? Long story short, this is 3 years later, 2021 to now. 3 years later, the guy was in that event. Of course, she was in front there speaking, right? And the guy walked up to her and said, please, you're going to teach me this thing. She recognized the guy. Is it not this guy from? She said, yes. He said, yes. You're the one that year, blah, blah, blah. Long story short. For her, there's a process that have gone in, right? There's a process. There's a learning process. A lot of people don't tell you that learning process. A lot of people don't tell you the person they have become in the process of achieving that goal. It's not the goal that is the most important thing. It's the person you're becoming, right? And this is why it's important you know this. And this is why we are having this kind of classes. So that we understand that as much as you are, running around every day, as much as you are putting in your best, there are things you must know. There's a person you must become. There's a mindset you must have, right? There's a discipline you must adopt. You can't just, it doesn't just work like that. Like, because you spend the night in church, then tomorrow morning, house will just drop. I saw a post by 𝗵𝗿 and she said, all of you that are shouting, was it 𝗵𝗿? I saw that post on Facebook a few days ago. All of you that are shouting when they say prophecy, you're going to be a below at the end of this year, and shout, amen. Deep down in your heart, you have a vehicle that can get you to billions in that year. That's a gist for another day. First stage, uninformed optimism. This is the stage where a lot of people start out in. You see somebody's commission, 3 million commission for a plot of land sold, and you're excited about it. Of course, you're optimistic. You're optimistic because the person told you that, oh, I just finished school, oh, I just posted this status. Boom, somebody just calls me and he has bought. So in your head, you're also imagining it. Okay, so I just need to get these flyers and start posting on my status. I mean, all of us were at that point. All of us were at that point in our business career, right? I remember when I started too. I started with a company, a popular company, and then they would share their flyers in one group like that, and I'll take the flyers like that and post them on my status, on my social media and all of that. And I did that for some time, and of course, you know the story. Uninformed optimism. We're excited at this point, and this point here. So we start out in the journey. Let me do this properly so that we can see it. I'll just clean the board later. So like this and like this. I don't know why these markers are doing this. So this is the point number one, uninformed optimism. We do this for some time. So we're excited every day. We wake up with excitement, with enthusiasm to work. Wake up, go, go, go. If you did NYC, Mora, hi, Mora, hi. Shogbe, oh Shogbe. This is the point. Oh Shogbe point. And then we are going. 3 months down the line. They told you that by the first 3 months, you should have made 1 million. 3 months down the line, even the one you have is going down. 22.5 people have told you that I'll buy tomorrow. And at this point, you're now wondering, is this how everybody is experiencing it? Then there are a lot of people issues that they now start talking to the wrong people. Start talking to people, family and friends that have never made $1 million in their lives. Not to talk down on anybody. Family and friends that have never done real estate business before. People that have experienced land wahala. And they'll now start telling you things like, Sha, I told you. Sha, I told you that thing is nonsense. Sha, I told you to go and find work. I told you to bring 1 million yesterday, so I will go and find one federal government work for you. Better do it now. Your morale, that morale high, now become morale middle. It starts coming down. So your motivation to work starts dropping. Normal. How many of you have not experienced this? You've not. How many of you have experienced this? Beautiful. This stage now, number 2 stage, is now called informed pessimism. Pessimism. There's double S here, abi? Sorry, I not to sabi English. Sorry, oh. Please people show me spell it. Pessimism. I go 9th school. P-E-R-S-I. Eh? Is this? Come on now. All of us go 9th school for here. Anyways, you understand what I'm saying, Abi? Double S.
ISN, then ISN.
Just come and spell it. Informed pessimism, right? You know what informed is? You now know, right? Pessimism, what does it mean? It's the opposite of what? Optimism. Morale starts dropping. Like, are you sure this? You start having questions. Are you sure this thing works? Right? That's the stage. That's the second stage. This stage is where people have to start reminding you, and that's why you need a support system. That's why we have this kind of community. All right. That's why you have people around you. You should have, as a new realtor, people around you that are actually doing well in real estate. See, make it a point of duty to have a community of people that are doing okay in the business. I don't mean people that do one-time commissions, one-time deals. No, people that constantly do this thing. People that take this as a business, right? You will start seeing lifestyle, a kind of lifestyle with them. People that do it one time, you know, like 3 plots of land in a year, that's like a part-time. That one, they're just doing it, you know, anytime you come. I mean, people that literally survive and breathe real estate. This is why it's important to have them, because we're all going to reach here. Yes, it will not work out usually. It doesn't really work out like you planned it. All right. That does not mean it will not work. It just means that there's a process you ought to go through. That's what it means, actually, right? And with the right information and the right people within your environment, you actually keep on going. But at this point, a lot of people start getting discouraged. Of course, the optimism is still small. It's still like one bar. So somehow they still manage to post once in a while whenever they remember. Oh, I mean, Realtor is true. They now post, right? This keeps going. It doesn't get any easier at this point, actually. To the next stage, that's point 3, called, in fact, the valley of despair. Valley of despair. All right? This is where it gets to. Now, at this point, this is where you now, even within the community self you dey, you now start doubting everybody there. You know, this kind, no, this thing does not really work. No, at this point, so some people start looking for thrift to start selling. Then I start thinking a second part. Are you sure? You know, and those voices of all those people that used to tell you then that this thing does not work. Ukumango, you know, you see all those people that took Ukumango. This is the voice. The voice starts becoming louder than, you know. At this point, a lot of people quit. They quit and go back and go and look for another thing to do. Unknown to them, every opportunity in life, every achievement you've never had, want to have, you must go through this. This is why people think that it's greener on the other side. And as long as one person is making money in anything, then it works. The variable there is no more the thing, it is you. Correct, Abi? Yeah. So long as somebody is making something, anything, be it a boutique business, be it anything you can think of, as long as one person is making it there. I know I met someone that does this thing, condemn iron. That thing is a lot of money. It's a lot. He supplies to Asaba. He supplies to those guys at Ibuzo Road, Asaba. There's some guys just beside Delta State Polytechnic, opposite it, are doing College of Education, I think. They're doing fantastic with that condemn iron. They'll convert it, you know, remold it and all of that. Recycle, that's the word. Sorry, again. You know, and all of that, right? So at this point, a lot of people quit. They quit here, thinking that the vehicle called real estate is the problem. Unknown to them, they are the problem. They understood something, and they don't understand the word called process. That you go through a process for you to achieve something and achieve it consecutively. I'm not talking of one-time stuff. One-time sales usually could be fluke. It could be that somebody just pitied you and just say, okay, let me just buy from you, right? But if you can do it consecutively, such that you say there's an amount that can come from this monthly, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the one-off deals, right? Right. So a lot of people quit here and go back. Few of us, especially those that are here now watching and listening to me, we're not going to quit here. We may get here, of course, you may get here. But then again, like I said, that's why you need a community. That's why you need people that are doing okay in the business. And that's why the Bible said that he that works with the wise. So what that means is that you may not be wise when you're working with the wise, but you shall be wise, right? And a companion of fools is what? He's not even will be foolish. He will be destroyed. So at this point, what do you need here? You need to first remind yourself your why. Why are you doing this? Your why has to be strong enough. I really tell people that, especially that are doing real estate, have a strong why. And listen to me carefully. Your why can be money. In fact, your why should be, first why should be money. No, let nobody deceive you. That, oh, somebody will tell you, I just want to help people. I don't care about the money. Why are you lying to yourself? You're just lying to yourself. Actually, you're lying to yourself. You're trying to form humble. And I think if you form humble, then you're not. Right? So money should be it's better to have a problem. It's better to have enough money and not have a problem than to have a problem and not have enough money to solve it. And when everybody say, oh, all these people that are wasting money on these cars and this thing and houses and this thing, yeah, it's better to have it and sell it off and go and help motherless babies than not to have it and before me you don't want it when it's just that you cannot afford it. Human beings. Have your why. Your why should be very strong at this point, right? Because this is where it comes in. When your why should be emotional. For me, my why is my kids. Like, they are one of my strongest why, right? To build a life for them such that they have options. You understand what I'm saying? I saw Tayo, I know. Who knows him? Tayo bought a passport, a second citizenship, $150,000. Convert that to Naira. Now you have access to over 200 countries in the world, visa free. Come on now. What other kind of freedom is that? Like, can just call your ticketing agency and say, please, I need to fly to Brazil right now. And he books the thing. And you just say, babe, I'm coming. No. Carry your bag. Enter the plane. Land. And you know, if you've traveled out before, you understand what that green pass. So that thing he's saying is very true. Ordinary Rwandans, I'm sorry, it's not ordinary. Rwanda, Africa, here that I went to. So long as you're carrying a green passport, your case is different. They'll search you like a thief. And then you're a young person. Otilo, why are you here? You're not in Nigeria. Oh my God. You know, so what if you can buy? You can just buy it. Like, when I watched that video, I was mad. Like, I was angry. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, 150,000 USD. Come on now. Just walk into just buy the thing. Right? Such that you can now fly to, I think, 172 countries of the world. Visa free, including London. London, that people are selling all their house and land, and their grandfather said they'll sell and join to go to go and start cleaning human beings. Who? Right? You can just buy this thing, walk into the place. You know? Makes sense. That's a strong why. See this thing I just said now. Solomon that called it vanity upon vanity. He had it plenty. So have it first. After having it, now call it vanity. Now look at it and say, things of the world. Pack your car, your Rolls Royce, for instance. I'm going to take a car and say, these things are things of the world, but have it first. Right? Strong why. So at this point, your why now keeps you. Now, I believe very strongly that this is where your growth begins. Where your fantasy thinking stops is where your growth begins. This is where you now work on yourself. Because the truth is, for you to be that person, if you earn ₦1 million once, you're not yet a millionaire. Yeah. Because at the moment you spend 100 naira from that money, it's no more a million. Even if you don't have a million naira in your account, but you can create a million naira, then you're a millionaire. A millionaire is a doing, it's not what you have. Is you. Like, you become it before you have it. So that even when you're broke, 1 naira no dey your hand. But you can say, if I do this, I will now do this and do this. I will have 1.2 million in 1 hour. Then you're a millionaire. Me, I say it as it is. Those people that will make 1 million, one commission, one, and I start shouting I'm a millionaire. You're just deceiving yourself. Because if you can't do it predictably over a period of time, you're not yet a millionaire. Take it from me. Slap me if you want. It's true. Right? This is where your learning begins. This is where you start understanding. Sit down and understand the things I've been talking about. Who are your clients? How can I get to them? Randomly posting things online. Hoping. Hope is not a strategy. It's the least form of strategy. Like, if you're still hoping at this 2024 with everything that is happening, then you're on a very long thing. You need this class. At this point, you begin to learn. At this point, you begin to understand these things I've been saying, right? This is why you're in this class, right? So that you can learn what next to do. Okay? At this point, the next phase here, number 4, is now called optimism. Now you know, and you're still optimistic. Now you know that is not exactly how they used to say it, that it works, right? But now that you now have a clear path, you now have a strategy, you now know where to start from, you now know where you're going to, right? You now know your next move, you now know why you're doing the things you do. You now know why is it that you're in a training like this, you make a video, right? Why do you do that? Why do you post flyers online, random flyers that every other person, you and 99 others are posting the same thing? And you're hoping somebody will call you above others? Why? Why would they call you? What's the edge you have? Number 1 edge we have, even without training, is our personality. That's your number 1 edge above. That's your number 1 edge above me. That's number 1 edge above him. I can't be like you. You can't be like me. You can't talk like me. I can't talk like you. That's your first edge. People don't use it. So they stay behind the camera and post random pictures and random photo that every other person is using. The worst part is that they now post land as their profile picture. Are you a land? Or logo? Are you a logo? Is your team? Is the logo called team? Are we getting something here? Your first edge, even without learning anything, is your personality. This is where you start understanding these things, and now understand why you should put yourself out there. You should create yourself into a brand. 𝗵𝗿 is a brand. That's why when you go to search my name, 𝗵𝗿 on Google, what you see there in the first page, I am making you see that thing there. It's not random. If you search your own name now on Google, you have a name, Abi? Go and search it on Google. Let's see if what you see is what you get, is what you put there. This is why it's intentional to understand what you're doing. Don't just be random. You can't make maximum commissions if you're random. Am I communicating? Am I flowing? Are you picking up what I'm dropping? So informed optimism, this is where it is. At this point, you may not be making the money. So this is where I now start considering you as a millionaire, even before the millions appear in your account. Because here now you have a clear path. You know what you're aiming towards, and you know what you're going to do. We're having a staff training yesterday, and I asked a couple of them that this goal you have in your head now, do you have a clear path in it? Or are you just hoping? You're hoping that 𝗸𝗶𝗰𝗸𝗀𝗀𝗃 will give you one of his powers. 𝗵𝗿𝗁𝗃𝗂. And then you can use it to now, like, is there a clear path? At this point, you start getting a clear path. Why? Because you're now learning. You're now understanding what to do. You're now understanding how to do it. It may not happen immediately, but that's where the final stage now comes. I use a star here for the final stage, which is now your success. 5, success. Whatever success means to you. For me in 2021, success meant �1 million naira in commissions consecutively every month. In 2021, when I began, that was my goal. So for me, that was success. And the truth is, once you hit that one, hitting the next is easier. Why? Because of the person you have become. You no more just think that things are by posting randomly. That's what you're doing. I don't know. Oh, they said we should do this. You're doing it. Why are you doing it? What is your own strategy? Your strategy now as a person. What's your strategy? You didn't know then. But at this point, you start knowing. Do you get? So this is the point where I can now say you're a millionaire, even without the millions in your account yet, because I know it to come. It's just a matter of time. This time here, time frame here now, is what I don't know. This is where God brings the increase. But here you started planting and watering strategically. For some, you can do 30%, some will do 50%, some will do 100%. Do you get? But the point is there will be increase. It's here for me. It's here that now God now comes in. All this time, God is looking at you. And that's why in the Bible they said to the blind, he gave sight. To the lame, he healed. But to the poor, he did what? He gave the gospel. He gave the word, knowledge. That's what he gave them. No money, no food. Ordinarily, you'd have expected that to the poor, you call them aside and give them food. Do you get? Do you understand? He's a merciful God. So the best he will do is to give you the one you eat today. That's why when he was feeding the 5,000, he said, whatever is left, gather it. You can't take it home. Even manna cannot wait till the next day. You must eat it there. Just be fine first. He's a merciful God. But if you think that he'll now give you 𝗵𝗿𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗃, I feel like we just deceive ourselves unnecessarily. Do you understand this? This is called the emotional circle of growth. It happens in every sphere of your life. Everything you're doing, everything, whatever you're going to do, this growth process must happen. And that's why when people quit at this point, because they feel like the grass is greener on the other side, unknown to them, you still have to go through this. That's why people lost a lot of money in Forex. People lose a lot of money in crypto all the time because they hear 1 or 2 people are not crypto millionaires. You now feel like, okay, so if I put 1 million now, 3 months time, as you now put your own, now there, deep, now begin to dip at. You can't catch the deep. Please don't go down. Right? It's just knowledge. Understanding how life works, understanding your phase in life. Everybody's at this particular phase in life. Your job is to become the person that would achieve those goals, those dreams, those aspirations you're looking for. You have to become the person, right? So that when you become the person, it's easy. Replicate what you did from here to here over and over. All you now have to do here is to dream bigger, move your goal So I hit a million naira, and then I moved it. And I just keep trying to move it. Why? Because the requisite information discipline, which is very important. Many people are lazy normally, right? And of course, they don't understand that you need to build yourself to that person. So the requisite discipline, the requisite information that you every phase of your life, the difference between where you are and where you want to be is information and discipline. Discipline enough to implement the information you're already here to get to that point. It's difficult, it's hard, but that's where the becoming comes in. So you start learning how to maximize your time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. You start learning how to maximize opportunities. You start learning the difference between income producing activities and non-income producing activities. You now understand the difference between being busy and actually being productive. Because many people are busy, at the end of the day, you get it, right? Yeah. So let's move on. We get all this, Abi? Now we understand the emotional, so that when you are at these phases, you know what is happening and you can now know what to do. Abi? All right, online, are we following? You're following online. Put the fire emoji in the comment section. Let me know you're following. All right, so we started last week answering some questions. We're going to try to continue them today. The first question there was what, Roy? Please tell me. Growing your audience. I think we answered that last week. Yes, I answered the both. So let's do daily activities and content creation today. We talked a bit about content creation last week. As a realtor, what does your daily activity look like? I think a lot of people have this issue. What should your ideal daily activities look like? A lot of people don't even know what to do daily. Oh, nice. 𝗥𝗲 𝗘𝗀, it's good to see you joining online today. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Madam Nancy, it's good to see you online. Thank you for joining. And everybody that is joining, good to see you. What should your daily activities look like as a realtor? The first question should be, what do you start doing? Okay, let's start from, where do you start from? How many of us have that question? Or should I just move on? Let's start from, where do you start from? Let's start from there. You've raised your hand before, Abi, and said, I am a realtor. You've not done that before? Yeah, raise your hand. Raise your right hand. Everybody. Say, today, I am a realtor. I'm also a top-selling realtor. I commit to helping my clients get profitable and safe real estate in Nigeria and every other place they want it. I commit to building myself daily so I can perform optimally and have the right requisite information to serve my clients. So help me God. Appreciate yourselves. There should be a Bible here. Should I put your hand on one Bible or a Quran or a shrine or an offer and do this thing so that you know that you've just committed yourself. But appreciate yourselves again. Now you're a realtor. I've just crowned you realtors. Take your crown, take your crown, take your crown. All right. Thankfully, in this part of the world, becoming a realtor is not very hard. And you don't need to write an exam like abroad. You have an exam, pass. You pay $300 as at now. You write the exam and you must pass. If you don't pass, you go and pay again and write it again until you pass. And the exam is not beans, it is examine, you know? Then when you pass, and in that exam, you have to understand finance too. So I feel like one of the things you must learn as a realtor is finance. Understand how the money market works. Bonds, how does bond work? What they call this thing? Stocks, how does stock work? Forex, how does Forex work? What's this other one that banks used to do? Fixed deposits. Understand the percentages there, bank to bank. That way, you're armed to talk to clients. When you're talking to a client about land banking, for instance, how do you make this client understand that he's 10 million naira in the bank for a period of time that gives you how many? That 3 million that's giving 4 point something, 42,000 naira monthly. That's how many percent? Who is a mathematician here? I studied maths actually. Right? If you calculate that, you can see the percentage, right? So if somebody can get 4,000, around 4% annually, something like that. Meanwhile, now ordinary elite court, we're doing 20% annually, guaranteed. You know, how can you? So if a client's now telling you something like, I mean, better I won't put this money in a fixed deposit and get 40, in his mind, 43,000 every month. You cannot tell him that, well, I mean, you can now talk with confidence. You won't just assume that, okay, in your head, this guy don't win me. Okay, so I'm so bad on now. Cody. No, you should understand these things. Clients also put money in bonds, right? And now bonds is even negative because inflation alone in Nigeria is at least 20%, something around 20 to 23% annually. So what that means is that your 1 million in the bank is less than 800K 1 year from now. That's the value in the market. You see, I'm talking and you're enjoying it, Abi? It sounds sweet. This is how you close clients. Do you get? So you ought to understand these things too as a realtor. All right? So knowledge is like the next thing after affirming yourself a realtor. Next thing is knowledge. Try to understand things like land sizes. And we taught all these things at the realtor school. We taught land sizes in the different regions of Nigeria. What is the land size in Lagos? What's the land size in the southeast, south? Land size in the north, right? What's the land size in the east? For instance, Enugu usually do 500 square meters, right? Who knows Oka? 464. I didn't ask you, John. But yeah, it's 464. Owerri is what? 465. Beautiful. We should know these things. So when a client is telling you that in Owerri they gave me 60 by 100, why are you giving me 50 by 100? Not tell them that Owerri they give you 465 square meters, sir. We are giving you 500 square meters here. Do you get? With confidence, with calmness, so not they shout. They know they shout. No. No quarrel. No, we no quarrel. That's where knowledge now comes in. Some clients will literally want to sound very smart to you. Your job is not to argue. First thing I teach realtors is how to communicate. Don't argue. You know the sandwich method. When somebody tells you something you don't understand, you first acknowledge and appreciate the person for even telling you before trying to chip in. As you're ending the conversation too, thank you, sir. At least I appreciate you even. No, they argue. No, it's not like that, sir. Yeah, and client go now quarrel. Client has put you on one side. Yeah, your destiny helper that you just prayed overnight for. You're going to argue with your destiny helper. See the interesting part. Some of those people don't look it at all. They don't look it. Do you get? These are the things we need to learn. Knowledge is important. How to win friends and influence people. That's a book you should read. It talks about how to communicate, how to give handshakes. Hold my hand. I greet you, sir. How are you today? No go break your client. Client go just get bandaged tomorrow. Exude confidence, charisma. Do that. Slippers, they go You now meet clients, they patch on your shirt. Client now they tell client, you know, these are things you must. These are things that it's not when you make money before knowing these things or before acting out these things. Is in acting them money. No, even the Bible said that he that time that from him to the person by thinking mindsets. Right? The Bible was teaching us there the mindset and that's what you don't have it, you don't attract it. It's not when you have it that you have it, it's when you position yourself to attract it. That's when you actually have it. It will come, it will definitely come, just a matter of time. And that's why an example of, should I go there? Example of example is when you're driving in the dark. If you drive here, you don't see the road till the end. So in your mind, you're not saying, I doubt if this road is leading there. Oh, this road, especially when you've not gone somewhere before. But so long as there's a road, it just means that every time as you drive, your car headlamp can go maybe just 20 meters. But as you're going, another 20 meters unfold, another 20 meters unfold, another 20 meters unfold until you get there. But a lot of people stand here and want to see the end of that 20 meters before you move. You doubt a lot of things because you don't feel like it's enough for you. That's a fact. All right. So understanding these things too will help you as a realtor. Understanding knowledge, basic knowledge about real estate, land sizes, types of documentations. In Asaba, the deed of conveyance. In Port Harcourt, to deed of conveyance. Right. In Lagos, they use things like excision, like gazette as title documents. Right. Understandably so, because Lagos is a very advanced place. In Abuja, they use what? Right of occupancy, yes, that's what but there's one word for FCDA certificate, right? And even as it is now, it's 𝗿𝗂𝗃 there. Yeah, research it now. With 𝗿𝗂𝗃 there right now, if you don't have if the property don't have that FCDA certificate, I usually advise you don't even buy it. Don't even go there at all. It's a federal government certificate, and of course, Abuja is capital. Its capital is the seat of administration of Nigeria. So the federal government certificate compared to the AMAC, that's the council certificate, is better. Now, how do I know this? I've never sold in Abuja before, but I am a realtor. I'm supposed to be a knowledgeable realtor. Do you get it? That's your job. Don't say, oh, because I don't work there, I don't do. No, go and study it, understand it. Client will tell you that, oh, I'm buying a property in Abuja. I also want to buy in Enugu. Why is Enugu not doing this? You explain. You don't say, sir, let me Kambia kwa. Or you say, I don't know. Some people say, I don't know. And there and then, you just condemn yourself. Meanwhile, you called yourself consultant. Real estate what? You should go and scrap it. At that I'm not on toes. See my head though. Mona me na the joke. Eh? No, talk am. That is, see, that is important. Very important. Number two, which is important, is marketing. Understand psychology of buying. How do people buy? Why do they buy? Right? Understand that. And learn to listen. I think one of the major problems most realtors have, they don't listen. You're just in a hurry to close that. I understand that Tapa is on the side. I get it. But I mean, listen. Is in listening, you know how you're going to help this guy. Right? Is in listening to the client, you know why he wants to buy that thing he wants to buy, right? And then when you understand why he wants to buy, your job now stay on that why. Don't give him your own reason. No be you they buy him. Now tell client, for your children's sake, buy this thing. It's your children. Meanwhile, this client don't even plan to get pikin. Can you see? He's not even. See, this thing is a children's plan. Look at it, children. By the time they turn 18, and time looking at say anything. You just say, okay, it's good. So you collect. Sure, you know. Why? Because chilling to understand client needs. All right, things you have to learn. So you have to learn how to market, how to communicate with people, how to listen to clients, and also how to understand the different types of people that buy real estate. You understand that. You understand why they buy. Why are they even buying this thing? These are questions you're going to ask your clients, right? You have to ask them. That's why you're what? A consultant. What does a consultant do? If you walk into a hospital and you're not feeling fine, what does the consultant do? He sit you down and do a physical examination. Ask you questions. So how is he doing you? Sorry, that's not how they say it. No, how is he doing you? How do you feel? So what are the symptoms you're experiencing, Abi? And then that guy is not a magician, but he has to ask you the questions because you're the one that's feeling the pain point. From the conversation, he'll now diagnose. That's how the same thing recommend. That's how the same thing as a realtor. From the conversation, you can now recommend. Because many clients don't even know what they want. That's a fact. 80% of people that will call you don't know what they want. They tell you that I have 5 million, I want government house. No, come and take the lion. This circle now, 5 million, guru. Do you understand? They don't know what they want. Now it's your duty as a what? Consultant to diagnose. Sir, what do you need this land for? He will tell you. Right? Especially all those people where they say open budget. It's you that don't know how to ask the right questions. There's nothing like open budget. Take it from me. It doesn't exist. My budget is open is a lie. He has a budget. But he wants to see what you have. Now, I don't have all the time to show you everything I have. So what do? I ask the right questions. I can now say, sir, what do you need it for? You will tell me. Oh, I want to build a house there. So what time frame are you looking at building? And bring the family back. I want them to have somewhere they can stay. So that means the place at the end of the year. What does that tell you? Meanwhile, he has 10 million. I say, okay, sir. 10 million somewhere you can build right now. However, depending on the execution, we can get you something. We have a few right now. Would you like to take a look at it? The guy goes, 60 million is plenty. All right, so we have between, remember this told you that open budget. So we have 10 million. The one that said 10 million, Abi. I'm asking you, can you afford it? I will not ask. Sometimes they have the money, they have a budget. I can't afford it. I don't asking it. No, the need is more important than the amount. There's nothing that is expensive. It's the perceived value of thing. No expensive. Yes, nothing. And please, let me add this here. Use your situation. Some use your hammer. This place is expensive. Check this one. Why? Why are you using? Sorry. What? No, you won't. Why? You don't do that a lot. I've even heard people, somebody called me, like, and I agent. And a lot of them will be telling me things like, this place is expensive, oh, Jeff. This place is expensive. God, I told you I want something here. Why are you not using your situation? View this duty intentionally and view the world as open as it is. That's how you succeed as a realtor. This thing I just said now, is worth at least 10 million naira. If you take it seriously, your life will change. By default, again, we view the world through the context of our own and experiences. Do you understand? Yes. It is now your duty to step away from your experiences and understand that the world is beyond your experience. Your experience is just a fraction of the world. Have you gone around the world? Have you met people? Do you see people's accounts? You don't know. So don't assume that your experience, that's why people say there's recession in the economy. That's such a lie. There is your economy, there's your economy, there's your economy. In recession, a lot of people make way more money. They say there's downtown, a lot of people are making way more this period. Do you understand it? It's clear, Abby. The situation that the world is painting, because the masses, people that call themselves the masses, I'm sure all of you are not the masses. Amen? Amen? People that call themselves the masses, right, are a majority, right? And so the narration within the masses is that there's recession. Oh, the naira is falling. Oh, things are hard. Oh, it's amongst what? The masses, right? There are people in this thing Naipa saying, that are thriving. And they're very happy that you think like that. Why? Because they will capitalize on it. And you must pay transport. You must pay your rent. You must feed. Do you understand? I'll leave it aside. That's a food for thought. Now, knowledge, right? I was talking about knowledge. So you should understand knowledge. You understand marketing. Understand how people buy. It's important. You understand. Again, the next thing you have to do or understand is that you as a business, you are an enterprise. That's why we did the affirmation this morning. The business there necessarily does not mean that you have to go and register one CAC or one thing. You're a business, you're an enterprise. Get that? And so you should treat yourself as such, business as such. Wake up in the morning. If you were a business, what would you do? You attend to your business now. Is that not it? You do that. You attend to your business. What do you do in your business? What do you do in your business? You look for customers as a business, have you? It's the same thing as a person. All right. So I hope we're so far. Let me go back a bit and take your questions. Do you have any questions? Do we now know where to start from as a realtor? So first, I said that we are farm, Abi. I'm a realtor. That's the first thing, Abi. Tell yourself you're a realtor and believe it and know it. Yes, you're a top-selling realtor. You're not just a realtor, right? Next thing is to knowledge. Understand basic things of real estate. What is land? What is even a plot? What do people call plot? What are acres? What are hectares? What is an acre? Who knows? Six plots of land. Parcellated. Abioga, 6 parcellated. Around this. What is a hectare? About 15 plots. 10,000 square meters is a hectare. We taught all of this in Realtor school. Broke everything down very well. In fact, as basic as possible. You should understand all of this. Somebody calls you and says, oh, I need a hectare of land. You should know Is the mic okay now? Somebody said the mic is breaking. It's okay now, right? Beautiful. So I want everybody to have a good experience of learning. Right? Somebody calls you and say, I need a hectare of land. You should not start asking hectare. You just do the maths. 1 million naira times 15 is what? So this is the amount, sir. If you want to give a discount, you give. Do you get? And all of that. You should understand basic things. What is a plot? What is a plot? Basic things. What's a plot? A plot does not have a specific measurement. Depends on location, depends on how you parcellate it. It just depends. A plot can be 1,000 square meters, can be 600 square meters, it can be 10,000 square meters. It's one plot. It's now when you parcellate it, you now say, okay, this one is 500 square meter plot, this one is 300 square meter plot. Do you understand? So let nobody come and tell you that, no, plot 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃, plot, clients can argue like that. And of course, don't argue. Your job is not to argue. Your job is to back, relax, understand what that client wants. For me, even if you argue, oh yes, I always yoku. It's true. How many 𝗥𝗲𝗀? Simple. I don't want to, whatever you want to think about plots, don't concern me. But if your knowledge is limited, you will say plot is 500 square meters or it's 500 square meters. Do you get? Because that's what you sell here. You see that your knowledge is limited. He's thinking 1,000. Maybe he's buying in Lagos and they do 600 square meters. Or a Benin where they do 1,000 square meters. Do you understand? So you see that the both of you are what? Correct. However, who will lose? Knowledge. Things are important. You should be able to convert these things to feet. You should be able to convert it to meters. Yes, you should learn that. Mathematics enter here. Yes, we taught all of that in Realtor school. The measurements. I did a graph, a table, and I put all those things. All right. What next you need to learn? Title documents, how land is transferred. Different types of land first. Acquired lands and free lands. What is the difference? What is an acquired land? What is a free land? Remember, 1978 Land Use Act, all lands in a state belongs to who? The government, the governor. All lands. So someone was asking me the other day that 𝗥𝗏𝗀𝗀, who knows the story about 𝗥𝗏𝗀𝗀? Who knows the story how the governor went there and they are doing all that? And the guy said, is it legal? So, okay. Land Use Act 1978 states that all lands in the state belong to, it's held in trust, actually. That's the word there. Held in trust by who? The governor of the state. And this is the reason why I say that in Abuja, it's best to buy FCDA land, because the guy there is called the minister of the FCT. Do you get? Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it's better to buy land for now. Maybe later it can change, but for now, right? Because the land is under his care, so he can decide to, right? So what are acquired lands? Acquired lands are lands that have been marked for something by the government. For instance, centenary before now, 1983, during 𝗥𝗲𝗃 marked out for goes under Anambra till 1991, that Enugu cut off from Anambra, right? So when 𝗥𝗲𝗃 came, he now moved that school to urban history. All right. So when clients are calling you should be able to dissect this history. Right. He now moved it to urban. So that place was now free. Do you get? So, but before then it was what? An acquired land. Especially in the municipal, like that ICC center is an acquired land. Because you can't go and do anything there. Recently they went to bulldoze all those people that were building small things inside there. It's correct, because they're building on what? Acquired lands. Right? There are two types of acquisition. Should we go into that? No. Go and learn Realtor school. Freelance. Freelance, of course, the ones that governor doesn't have anything, any development project he wants to do there, right? Usually it's held in custody of the community. Usually. This is blurry. Why? Why is it blurry now? Right? It's usually held in the custody of who? The community. So you go to the community and acquire, then go to the ministry and what? Register it. You know, it's now stated that, oh, Daniel bought 200 plots of land here and he has come to register it. It now reflects as a registered land. Somebody wants to come and buy, you can check, right? With the history. That's freelance. These are the two basic types of land, right? Now, these basic things you should know. You should also know how to convert a global acquired land, right, to become a free land through a process called what? Excision. Excision is a process of converting a portion of land, excise, like of land, to become, you know, free land, because some parts of this have not been marked for any specific thing. So you can actually go to the government and apply that, okay, this portion of land I want. And that's why places like Lagos, they do something they call excision in process. That's like a document type they use to sell land, which to me, I'm wary of. I usually tell my clients not to buy it. The reason is because it's simple. I'm not saying it's bad, but for me, for safety, the reason is that they may approve or they may not. The government reserves the right to approve or not. So what if they don't approve and your client has bought it? Do you get? Client doesn't now trust you again. All right? So that process is called excision. Now, when a property is excised, what next? They now take it to the Ministry of Land and gazette it. They register it in something called gazette. That's why you hear title documents like gazette. Right? Gazette is what? It's an official document that they write that, oh, eba and naeba. Onya, yeah? Sorry, vernacular. Here and here, this person has it. Gazette. It's an open document. You can always go there and check. After that is what? That's when you now start talking of a deed. Deed of assignment is usually given when a property has a C of O or is registered at least. Right? Transferring title from Onya to Onya. Is that not what a deed is? In the deed, there's a critical component of the deed called what? A recital. These are things you should know. We taught all of that in Realtor school. Right? The point I'm trying to make is knowledgeable in real estate. Not just in your environment, everywhere in Nigeria. Because your clients could be buying in plenty places. And so they want to compare. Eba, this is what they do. This place, this is what they do. Why is it your own different? You now explain as a what? Consultant. You can't consult if you don't know. Yeah. So just call yourself knowledge. So please, if you can get your hands on the Land Use Act of 1978, go and get it, study it, read it. It's not only lawyers that should know it, you ought to know it too. Land Use Act of 1978. 1978. Go and get it, read it. Especially the first clause there. That's where this thing is said. All lands in belong is there clearly. All right. And then you should know that. You should also know between acquired and free lands. It's very important. Are we? Am I going too fast? We're following, right? After knowing this, what next should you know? Marketing, Abi. Princess Osioma said, acquired lands are lands that have been mapped for something by the government. Free lands are the ones the governor doesn't have any development he wants to do. Yes, which is what I said. Excision is process of converting acquired lands to free land. Yes, all lands in the state are held in trust by the governor of the state. Beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate that. You are a consultant. We hereby affirm you. This is marketing, please. Marketing is at the core of real estate. There's no such thing as I don't like marketing in real estate. You must understand marketing. And I'll take it a step further. Yes, as much as you understand both offline and online marketing, I'll say you should understand online marketing. Here is why. Here's the reason why. As a newbie, can I be as honest as possible? Very honest. Are we ready? Are we ready to assimilate it? Are we ready? As a newbie, let me tell you your chances of selling a plot of land as plain as possible. You need at least 1,000 people, 1,000, to see you, and know that you exist. 1,000. Inside that 1,000, 100 will be interested in what you're doing. Interested, though, like 100. Inside that 100, will come for inspection or come meet you or call you and say, okay, that place in LA, you can LA. Do you understand? 10. Inside this 10 that you take for inspection, blow your fuel. Some of them will do 3 times inspection. 1 that is likely going to buy 1 property, 1 plot, 1. So those of you that have plans to sell 22 plus this month, you don't see how. She say you're ready, Abi, for the truth. You're ready, right? Yeah. This is it. Behold truth. Jeff, where am I going to get 1,000 people from? Abi, that's the next question. This is why I don't understand that you want to roam around Enugu or roam around the town and sell immediately. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How you expected to meet 1,000 people in a day, even in a month? Wait, how many people do you even know in your life? If you gather everybody, primary school, secondary school, your church people, your mother's church people, your father's church people, your community in the village, university, and how many of them can even buy a plot of land? Remember, the prophet is not honored where? The first people that will buy from you are not your people. Some will buy out of pity. Chai. Let's please pardon me. Some will buy out of pity and they'll stress you. Hey, they'll disturb you. All right. And how many times can they even buy? Let's say you have a plan to sell 2 plots every month. That person, can he be buying 2 plots every month? Do you understand it? It's important you understand these things. And that's why online marketing comes in. There are over 4 billion people that use the internet every day. That's half of the world. We're 8 billion, about 8 point something billion, right? Over half of them are on the internet every day. Nigerians are over, say, 23 million, if my statistics are correct. Nigerians that use the internet every day. Abi? What that means is that you have access to how many? At least 23 million. And to what? At most 4 billion people, right? Around the world. So let's say your target market is Nigerians, right? So let's say 23 million. Abi? 23 million. And let's say 2% of these people are interested in the Southeast. Let's use Southeast, for instance, 2%. They can be more, but let's say 2%. Someone should help me with the math. 1% of this is 2.3 million, right? Times 2, 4.6 million. So let's say 4.6 million people. So now with the internet, you have access to how many? 4.6 million people daily. Get it? Your first advantage is what? I said it here. Forgotten. Personality. Personality. It's like I too much. So we now forget the ones. Am I bombarding you too much? Don't mind me. I'm smart and I don't know. It's my advantage. Right? Your first advantage is what? Personality. Some clients have seen my video, see Jacinta's video. People have video, one of our first sale was one video Jacinta did that they were fighting in the background. Some women were just shouting, and the girl just made the video. When I saw the video, I'm like, why make this type of video? Guess what? Somebody called her from that video. I have done drone videos, gang, like put my best. You know, action movie video. Bam, 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 bam. And just start this a normal video. Hello, my name is Jacinta Uka. Clients will call her, tell her that I've seen Jess' video. Yes. Now, I know this because we are close, right? We work together. Now, how about others that I don't know? Clients will not call me. We're just going to call you straight. Do you get it? Does it offend me? No. Why? Because I know that your first advantage is your personality. I've sold a property before. I've managed a property before where I talked to my friend about it. And then he came. I showed him everything. I told him that this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. And then he came, you know, did a video, put it online. I even gave him a part of the video he did, put it online. And then the clients watched my own video, which of course I did gang inside, and then watched his own and decided to buy from him. So they called him. And then when he came, they came to the office. I was in the office that day. And then he came with the client's cousin. And when the woman now said she wants to speak to the person in charge, and they had to speak with me, right? And then I introduced myself. I am 𝗵𝗂𝗃 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃. She said, is it the 𝗵𝗂𝗃 that? Yes. You look so small. Now, this guy is, at the time, his child was like maybe 1 year, 2 years. My first son was like 4 years or 3 years, right, at the time, right? And I may even senior this guy. But because he's bigger, and I'm pincho. The woman said that my face even did not look like someone that can stay that kind of land. And she bought from him. Deal closed. In front of me. I was the one that facilitated everything. I was the one that even gave them receipts. I was the one that their documents. Me. Point I'm trying to make, your personality, your appearance, your first advantage. People will buy you. Actually, they will buy you first before buying a property. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. Sometimes I can't explain the trust. That one is divine. That's why I say sales is spiritual. I say that a lot. Your job is to plant and what? Water. God brings the increase. Sometimes you don't understand, you can't explain it. You can see 3 people that are selling the same thing. This person even knows more than this person. But you just come to this person and say, you just connect with this guy. You walk past the 3 of them and go to the 3rd guy. Haven't it happened to you? That's like your first advantage. All right? And that's why I don't understand people that say, I'm not a social media type. I just understand it. You don't have to be a social media type. Just leverage this tool called social media to gain access to this number of people per day. Do you understand it? The problem most times is that we're not willing to settle down to learn. Just jump on social media and be sharing fly up and down. If you see something in group, you copy it like that. Urgent. It's always written urgent. Urgent. Do not put like 3 question marks. It's always like this. Why? Do they mean that when they do this, clients now and they not copy like that and be sharing? When you now ask people that where is this property now, they don't know. Serious, do not add on that. Serious buyers only. Bring your serious client. Let's deal. By the time now Tala bring 1 client and come. 23 and a half people will now come. 22 of them will short as slippers. That's the one that's annoying me. Their legs are dirty. And they all have to gather at the same time. Why? Clients will now look from his car window. And I say, Jeff, 𝗥𝗲𝗃. Oh, Jen, why did I write this thing? Please, someone should answer me. I used to wonder why. When you have access to about 4.6 million people, your job is to first bring your personality. Except you're an ex-con or you're hiding from someone. I don't understand why you can't make a video. Seriously, I'm a stammerer and I'm a shy person. I made a post recently saying I'm a shy person. I'm a very shy person. And people do not believe me. But it's true. Don't I look shy?
You don't look shy.
But it is not that shyness does not pay bills. No, you can't wear it as a badge of honor. Say, I'm shy. Enter the bank. Say, guy, you know I'm shy. Please give me ₦1,000,000. Security! Carry shy person away from you. Go and shine inside the jail. Do you understand it? I say this all the time to provoke you, actually. Yeah, I'm provoking you. I want you to understand that, see, it doesn't pay you to be behind the scenes. It doesn't serve you. No, it does not. If not for anything, for posterity. My videos are on YouTube, and I believe very strongly that my kids will watch them someday, long time from now when I'm away. Just watch it and just have confidence. If daddy could do this, why not? You can do more. Greater works. Do you understand? If not for anything, you see this one I just said now? Posterity. And that's why sometimes I stream so that other people can watch. Someone somewhere in one Zambia. No. Zamfara, sorry. Nigeria now. That is feeling sad. Can just watch this and get hope. Oh, if this guy can do this, I can too. I mean, how many hairs he get? Do you get? If not for anything, for this posterity's sake. Let's say you don't like money. Right? So I believe strongly that we can, right? You come out from the womb, you try to do things that you see the adults in your life doing. That's it. You try to talk. That's why children are born in Nigeria talk like where? Like Nigerians. People that are born abroad talk like what? What are they doing? They are literally modeling, mirroring what they are seeing the adults in their life do. They see you walk, they also want to walk. Right? This is how God created us, like those children. That's how we ought to exist, actually. We ought to be able to, learn things and grow. No matter how hard it is, the children will fall, hit their head on the floor. Tomorrow again, they'll stand up, still want to walk. So God could have just created children, and once you just reach a certain age, you just jump. That's what we expect as adults. That's why we don't want to grow. We just want to say, oh, I am like this. I am like that. You're wearing it as a badge of honor. 𝗿𝗿𝗃. And, that's why there are generational poverty. Poverty, in my opinion, are just patterns that were passed from person to person. Simple. You just see a pattern in your house. You saw that, oh, your people, they used to do this. You now start doing too. They tell you that, we don't sell land in our place, so this thing you're doing now, we don't used to do it in our place. You now believe them. You now join the queue. You now tell your children. You now join the queue. You now tell that's what generational poverty is. Even 𝗸𝗶𝗰𝗸𝗀𝗀 cannot cure that one. Even he said he has new powers now. Even with those new ones. What I'm trying to say is everything is learnable. Everything that is a testimony, amen, that I'm standing here now to talk to people. I don't talk in public. You can never catch me dead or alive talking in public. Especially that I'm a stammerer. You know this kind of stammerer I am? That one that I used to do? Yes, that is it. So you have no excuse. No, that is it though, for real. But it's in learning. I understood that I can't communicate my value if I don't talk. And daily I learn. Like before I come on stage, I'll go to a mirror and talk to myself. So, okay, you're going to talk like this today. You will walk like this today. Picture in your pocket and do as if you know what you're saying. Walk and talk. It's in practice, daily practice, that you learn these things. Learn to create content online the right way. Don't just copy and paste. A lot of people just share other people's things, just consume content, and they don't create anyone. Yet you expect a miracle somehow. And then you come back and say, social media is not working for me. You're the one that is not working it out. Everything is learnable. Everything. Creating videos is learnable. I even think that Realtor is supposed to start creating videos. I feel like that's one of the most underused content tool. Create videos. Here's what it helps you create trust easily. Again, that's number one advantage you have. It comes to play in those things. Behind the scene, you write things, they won't see your personality. Do you get? So you kill that number one advantage you have. So people say, I like to write more than read. It's fine. More than do videos. It's okay. But I feel like videos are faster, in my opinion. What content do you consume more as a person? And you know, social media currently, if you notice, there are trends. What is the trending content type now? Reels. Reels and shorts. That is why you'll be on Facebook and be seeing somebody's reels that is on Instagram. And be wondering, when did I go to Instagram? Because they are promoting that content type. That is why I started using TikTok. Normally, we consign me at that place. Gen Z something. But I understood that, see, in order to communicate my value, I need to put myself in front of 1,000 people regularly. And currently, as it is now, at least 100 people watch my videos every day. Every day. At least 100. You see? And so that's why I can predictably tell you that I will sell every month. Predictably, I'm sure of it. Why? Because at least I have understood that I need to put myself out there in front of many people, as many as possible. And that's why in my busy schedule, I try to at least create content on regular basis. If you follow me online, you must see my stuff on WhatsApp status, on Facebook, on YouTube, or something. It's Instagram that I see they pray to God to learn. I barely even go to. Sometimes I forget that I even have an Instagram app. So I went to Instagram and put on my bio. I'm more active on Facebook. So while I am learning this, you're looking for me? Go here. Do you get? I didn't neglect it and say, oh, this thing is not my thing. Like a lot of people do. It's not my thing. Let me go here. It doesn't have to be your thing. But the idea is to reach out to as many people as possible. Now, this leads me to your number one duty, which will end here. Your number one duty as a realtor daily is to generate leads. Who are leads? What are leads? Leads are potential buyers. So your number one job as a realtor daily, if you don't do anything in a day, if you say, okay, you're not going to do follow-ups, you're not going to close this, you're not going to go for inspections, right? If you say so, the first thing you ought to do daily is to generate leads. As you wake up in the morning, your first activity in your business is leads. It's leads that bring the sale. If enough people get to see you, there's a very high chance that you're going to make a sale, whether you're an expert or not. The law of I've forgotten that law, comes to play. If you put yourself out there enough, something will break. Something must break. Consistency, law of consistency, exactly. Put yourself out there enough, something must break, no matter how bad you're doing, no matter how much you don't know. Do you get? So your number one duty is leads, and a lot of it. How do you generate leads? By creating content that attracts your desired audience. We've talked about audience last week, types of people that buy, right? So creating content that addresses what? Who remembers? What does your content address? Their pain points, their desires. What are the things they are looking for? What are their problems? What are their questions? What are their fears? What are their fears? What's the number one fear of a buyer? Being scammed, losing his hard-earned money. That's number one fear. So if you decide that, okay, this week I'll create videos that address this fear, just this fear alone. What are the different ways they can be scammed? What are the things they need to look out for so that they can avoid being scammed? Right? What are the types of documents that look like a scam? By the way, a receipt is not a title document. A survey plan is not a title document. It doesn't transfer any title. It just shows you the dimension of a land. Register is registered. That's just what it means. What then transfers title actually is a deed. Do you know that even a C of O doesn't transfer title? Clients like to call you and shout, "Achon C of O land, Achon C of O land." Even some of you here don't even know. C of O does not transfer title. What transfers title? A deed. So even a land that has C of O ought to have a deed that transfers that C of O from point A to point B, and it will be stated in the deed. These are fears, little things that they don't know. Both their fears and the ones they don't know. You address it using what? Video content. Or content, if you like to do text, it's fine. But content. That is what generating leads. You see this thing I just said now? Is the fastest, easiest, most strategic way of generating leads. Every other thing you do is gambling. So you just go to a mall now, for instance, and just look for people that wear fine shoes. So this person can buy land. Let me go and meet him. Give him flyer. You're just gambling. You're just hoping that he will buy actually, or he needs that in at that material point in time. And who do you classify as a qualified lead? I don't like to waste my time, so I like to qualify people. There are three things I look out for. That should be an advanced class. Well, let's just touch on it. First thing I look out for is being a quality, like you are quality. What does quality mean? There are three things I look for: willing and able. What does quality mean? Who knows? If you attended my class before, you should know this. Quality means that you understand the need. You understand what you need, right? You know, I don't have to start preaching to you why you should buy a land, right? You start telling me that almost or I start telling you why you need to invest your property. Yes, you can do that. You can actually share with people why to invest, but they already understand a few of these things. You don't have to start telling them that, sir, you need to buy for your children, for your for me, your quality, when you understand that, what you're looking for is the right channel. Do you get? And there are a lot of people like that out there. A lot of them. But the problem is that it's not written on the face. It's not written there. That's why I believe that using content, because most of them that can help them do this, can help them. So content. Oh, sir, here are three things you should avoid before buying a property. Number one, this. Number two, this. Number three, this. At the end of the video, I'm a real estate consultant based here in Enugu. If you buy from me, I make a commission. However, the aim of this video is to help you. So that even if you're buying somewhere else, you know what to look out for. It's my number boldly written there. And me, I don't say if you want to buy land, call me. I'll say if you have any questions or concerns, call this. I'm just giving you scope. This is where you appreciate. We have a few minutes to go. Imagine if I do this type of content continuously for a month. Guess who they will call? It's me. Even when they want to buy from Amaka. Sorry if you're Amaka here. They'll first call me and share Amaka's flyer with me, which has happened to me a lot of times. and tell me to go and investigate Amaka and the land. That person is a realtor, I'm a realtor. Some of them will fly me to Lagos, lodge me, tell me to go and look for the person and look for the land. If I approve, they will pay. Why? Because I position myself as an authority, looking to help you. And how do I know you? Because I have already established in my head the type of people I want to serve and the problems they have. Next, willing. What does it mean to be willing? There's a problem. Jester taught something yesterday. Percentage of people that buy stuff. There are some people that have problem. I think 23, they have problem, but they don't even know they have the problem. Right? 27%. They know they have a problem, but they don't know how to solve it. Right? They want to solve it, but 10%, beautiful, we're in that class. They want to solve, but they don't know how to solve it. Now, I classify those people as willing. They are willing to solve this problem. They're willing to buy the land. They're willing to invest their money, but they don't know the right source, actually. So they are willing to make that move, but they don't know the right source. That's willing. And then finally, able, 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗀𝗃. Naira. I like pounds and dollars. 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗃. You're not going to tell me that Gambia, no, you're cash ready. You're cash ready. And in closing, there are questions you ask. I taught that in Realtor school. In closing, there are questions you ask to know this person is ready. Cash ready now, right? So these are the three things that qualify to me a ready lead. Now, does it mean that, Jeff, you will ignore every other person? No. I'll nurture you. I'll put you in a place where I nurture you. I make you save my number on WhatsApp. I make you, subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? Especially saving my number on WhatsApp, because my target market are usually Nigerians abroad. So you don't call me directly, they call on WhatsApp. So they use WhatsApp a lot, right? And I make you, if you're not among this category, I make you save my number. And then I show you my daily activities. This is where, when I go to site, I make videos of the site, of me in this. If I don't send it in a video and I post it on my status, what am I doing? I'm telling you that, dude, I'm in the business, man. When you're ready, I am here. When I'm getting my client's document, I remember a video I did in GRE. I was giving one of my clients his documents on the road. And then I pleaded with him, sir, can I make a video? He said yes. I said, okay. I told my guy to make this video. So I was giving him the video, this thing. I did like I'm not seeing there's a camera there. Giving him the video, we made the video, and I said, okay, sir, you can sign in. He signed, and then I gave him the thing. He said, thank you. And status. In case you're waiting, others are buying, you know. I'm not saying it, but I'm insinuating it. Right? I come for trainings, like we'll be training in Lagos soon, right? And as I'm going for that training, I carry you along. Oh, I'm here for the real estate development training. You can see, what am I showing you? I'm equipping myself to serve you. While you're waiting, I am getting ready. That is follow-up. Strategic follow-up. So a lot of you that used to make videos, I don't get how you do it. Why is it so hard? Do you get? So here are the things. These are the things this is what I classify as a lead. These are the things I look out for as qualified leads, and asking the right questions, I can answer these things. We're going to end here today, so I don't bombard you some more. Do you feel overwhelmed already? Too many learning, right? Too many learning. Now we're going to talk about your action points. Much more than writing notes. What are you going to put into action today? Much more than writing. It's okay to write notes, it's fine. But what are the things you're going to put into action today? I want you to scribble that on your book. Today, I'm going to do this. We talked about first thing, we said, oh, you announce yourself a realtor. So what that means is you also go online and write a bio, something like, I help smart individuals buy properties or acquire profitable or genuine lands in Enugu or in Asaba or in Uyo or in Juget. right? Or in the southeast, this is what I do. Put it out there, make it as clear as possible. If possible, make a video in a very nice environment. We're going to teach about how to make videos, the right way to make videos. We'll teach about in subsequent classes. Possibly you make a video and you put it out there, put it on your status. So your warm audience, hot audience, that's people that know you, people in your church, in your family and all of that. They may not buy from you, but they may refer you, right? It's important you let everybody know you do this. I mean, if you have to do this, carry it on your head like a gala seller. Put it out there. Some people are shy about their hustle. I don't now know why you're here. Go and do 𝗥𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃. Don't be shy about it. Put it out there. Sometimes your first deal, God is a merciful God. Your first deal can just come from places you don't know. Somebody will just say something somewhere and your number is passed. Boom. Account, money has entered. Deal don't close. God is telling you that I'm seeing you. Move on, move on. That's what he's doing. Before that commission now will take you, first of all, give you the energy for the road ahead. Do you get? 2, it boosts your faith. There's something that first commission does. It boosts your faith. When the money lands your account, blah, you know, it boosts your faith. But who will buy when they don't know you sell? So as much as I don't bank on my warm audience, that's my family. No, I don't bank on them. But they all know what I do. So I think that's the first thing you should do. Create a video about it, put it out there. Then consistently every day, make sure you create videos about what you do. And that's why I don't understand realtors that don't sit site at least once a week. I don't know what you're doing. That's why here in 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀, we ensure we go to inspections almost every day. So your job is to just find out when there's an inspection, there's space in the car, you enter the car and follow us and go. When you get to site, even if it's not your client. We are here today at 𝗵𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 Estate with our client. Are you lying? You're not lying. Remember the law of the Bible. He that has, he that doesn't have. Do you want to have or you don't want to have? There's a marketing principle called FOMO, fear of missing out. I use it a lot. And that's what you do when you go to site like that. So the person sees that whether you call me or don't call me, person they call me. We are closing deals. I mean, you don't have to lie. Don't say stuff that you're not doing. But at least we're on site. You took someone to site means that somebody is interested in what you're doing. That's what it means. So we're here. We're here to show this. Please avoid putting people's privacy out there. Very important. People won't trust you when they know that you're putting other people's privacy out there. Do you get? Except the person expressly, allows you to. So we're here to show this client this property. Selling for d, right? If you want to take advantage, you can call me today to book your inspection, or give me a call and I'll help you. Put it on your reel. Put it everywhere. That's what you should start doing today. That's action plans. Not tomorrow. Don't wait. Clients are your phone. Even so long as it doesn't have rubber band on it, use it. Don't wait for iPhone. A lot of people tell me things like, Jeff, I want to buy an iPhone first. I used a Redmi Note 8 Pro to win best realtor of the year. I sold over 50 plots of land that year with a Redmi, and I was making, if you watch my videos, be like, why this video be like this? And I put it out there. I still left it there for the sake of posterity. With my one blue shirt, one. If you watch most of my early videos, now that shirt. It was so bad that one client came from the UK, stopped at Presidential Road, and I stopped in a keke. Of course, I didn't have I had a car, but I think it was in the mechanics or something. Like, you know how you buy a car, the car is now using you. Use you pass. The car panel beat you. Nobody the panel beat the car. So I was in the mechanic for a while. So I just came down with my keke. The guy was parked in front of Bon Sunshine and he was calling me, Jeff, where are you? I said, I'm along president. Oh, I can see you. That your blue shirt. No be joke. The guy knew the shirt because what those videos. That's my blue shirt and I'll do I'll bottle to the top here and I'll be making my video with my earphone. Personality. And they bought from me regardless. As I started growing, I started getting money to buy iPhones, to buy a drone, to buy a MacBook and all of that. Some of my early videos were books. I'll start books and put the phone on it. All of you that are waiting to buy tripod stand before you start, keep waiting. Start the books, put it on it, and I'll make my video. I didn't have ring light at the point because at that time, ring light was like 38K or so, 18 inches. I'll open my window, face the window, and make my video. Nobody go tell me, say, ring light no day there. You don't go buy because no ring light there. I just make sure that the environment is looking presentable. It's not in a place where they hang something on the line. You see all those underwears, plenty, with charcoal writing on the wall. So now they say that and say, just say you should start anyhow. Hello, my name is. Or they're making some things in the background and the client cannot now hear you. You know how some clients to watch videos. Some realtors, when you're watching their video, you have to be doing like right? And do you expect a client to be patient enough to watch it like that? Right? So please, basic things. You don't really need a lot of things to start. You need to, as you start, things will now fall in place. All right? I hope I earned the value of your time. So, for more information, or if you want to have a comprehensive class, go to realtors.school. We are running a promo, if 50% promo for now. The cost worth 100,000 naira. This thing I just said alone, Seth, is what that, isn't it? Now imagine an 8 weeks comprehensive course teaching you. One of the lessons I love very much in this school is inspections. I thought about inspections. I thought about closing too. This is where many realtors have issues. Inspections. What do you do when you first meet a client? What do you say to him? How do you comport yourself? When you're going for inspection in the car, what do you say in the car? Many people say talk off points, right? What do you say? How do you say to prime your client to closing? Because you start closing from the time you meet the client. Start closing. What do you say all the way to get there? A lot of you now get distracted. And how do you even keep your spirits high? Selling is emotional. Your spirit has to be high and optimistic for you to sell this client on a bush. Yeah. You can't have low spirits. Even yourself, you don't put you for a rich site. You not expect the client to buy. Is he afraid of you? What do you do? So we thought all of that in Realtor School and more. In the meantime, next week we have action plan, action points. Stephanie said I'll make more videos. I'll target I'll create videos around my client. Yes, beautiful, good to know. Your number one duty as a realtor is to generate leads by creating content. Exactly. Things to look out for, avoid scam. Beautiful. All right. Online, what are your action plans? Let me know. If you have questions, please do you drop it. If you have any question here, you can ask me now as we wrap up. This is 1 minute to 12. We're closing immediately. Next week, we continue this series. There are a lot of questions to answer, right? There's a lot to learn, right? Yeah, we'll continue next week. I hope I'm around. Yes, same time, same venue. And we stream online too at Realtor School. We have a WhatsApp group where we build a community of realtors so that we can present to you genuine properties we have verified, and you can sell them. We also create content that you can actually share, make videos of and all of that and all that on WhatsApp. We'll put the link in the comment section of this video. So you probably go click and join if that suits you. In the meantime, we've come to the end of today. You have a question? All right.
the clarification or
Clarification.
so I had someone with this
Mm-hmm.
but this is development, this current development in Aba, the Aba that used to be so, I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
German, but now because of the light thing, so a lot of people, so the guy wants to get a
Property there. Mm.
So I'm thinking, one thing to do is that I'm supposed to be the one to travel to Abu find gaming plots. What's the question is, like, am I supposed to solve some then try to maybe, you know, volunteering or should I? So what are we thinking?
So here's the thing. Here's what I think, even though I know that you know what to do, but just want me to say. Here's what I think. I think that, in fact, and that's why that's why I like communities. You can go there. I've had clients too, and all I did was contact a realtor there. You know, when I ask you a few questions, I'll know if you know what you're doing or not. So that means I have to be grounded too in the business. I understand the title documents in Aba. I understand there are land challenges there, right? And when I asked the realtor a few questions, I could tell, right? He even met me in Asaba over the weekend when I went there. He came, he saw my flyer that was going to be in Asaba, and he came because, of course, he learned a lot from me, right? So I feel like the first thing is to communicate with somebody there, you know, have an anchor point, and then layers with him. Before a deal is closed, you can go work with, engage a lawyer, and every realtor should have a lawyer you work with. Yes, you can. Everything is not money. Everything is not money. With strategic relationships, you can have a lawyer as a friend. Also, when deals are closed, share it with the lawyer, especially he was actively involved in ensuring the genuinity of that property. But every realtor should have a property lawyer that understands the law of lands. It's not every lawyer that understands it. And work with the person. Okay, strategic relationships. I like local lawyers that is from that place. You do business there. I prefer them. Right. Our company lawyer, I simply contacts his colleagues and helps me sort that. You get? So lawyer and then a realtor there. I think that's what you need. A lawyer, anyhow you want to do it, either here or there, but a realtor is important. So I feel like before you travel, get in touch with someone. Otherwise, will you just land in Aba and I start saying, where are the good lands here? I start roaming about. What will you do? I feel like that's activity, that's not productivity. Right. So thank you. I hope that answered your question. Get in touch with the realtor there. That will help you. All right. So without any other question, it comes the end of today. Enjoy a fantastic day. Remember that as a realtor, you need to grow. So daily, please learn daily. Don't let morning reach you the same way you were the night. Right? Always study. Find something new to learn every day. And on YouTube, you can literally find anything. There's a guy called 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗃 Lawyer. He runs a blog. Who knows him? 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗃 Lawyer. Very rich blog. You learn a lot, even though he's focused more in Lagos, but he teaches you a lot of things about land laws in Nigeria. There are other of them. There's one I sent you, that guy's name. It's a blog too, right? So those of them, those things are online actually. If you search, you're going to find them. And if you're deliberate to search, you're going to find it. There's a question on the comment section. Sorry, let me not forget. Last week I forgot those online. They were not. Okay, what questions can I ask a lead to know their readiness? Please note it. We'll talk on that next class. That's full lecture. Like what questions you ask for these things. We'll take that in another class. Please note it. We'll answer you in the next class, Madam Stephanie Onyike. Thank you for asking the question. Thank you, guys. Enjoy a great day. and bye for now.
Thank you so